With AZDroneFest, I'm the film director, and then I own my own production company as well. And so I like to be called as a cinematographer, but I'm the owner of Orange Screen Productions. Orange Screen. I just didn't want to be a green screen, so I picked orange. I am a drone pilot, yeah, absolutely. I think I was licensed, I became a licensed pilot probably 4 years ago. I opened my first production company in 2004, so it's going to be 16 years in October. Yeah, so I came in 1992 as a senior in high school as an exchange student. And my goal in life at that point was to play college basketball for either Duke or North Carolina. Growing up in France, being a basketball kid, those were the two universities that I would be able to watch on TV in Europe. And so it was all about either a Blue Devil or a Tar Heel. And so my only way of trying to get those scholarships was to come in as an exchange student in high school and play well enough to then get a scholarship. And so I did get a scholarship. Unfortunately, it was not with Duke or North Carolina. I ended up getting a scholarship to play at Montana State University in Billings, Montana. And so I went up there and played basketball there. There's always a girl in those stories. And so I met my wife, and I joke around that she's the only woman that I met that wanted to live in Phoenix rather than Paris, and so I decided to stay here versus going back to France. And we're still married, so it's good. Oh man, that's a tricky question. I think I find inspiration in a lot of different places. I mean, there's definitely filmmakers that I've really enjoyed, like the Scorseses and those type of directors that I think are phenomenal. But I think inspiration comes everywhere. Like I see it on walks here when I take a hike in the mountains or something like that, or even just talking with people and a certain person inspire you to do a story or talk about a certain subject. So I think inspiration is everywhere. Yeah, so probably 4 years ago, when I started playing with drones, I remember going to the DJI store, and that's where I bought my drone. That's kind of who I started talking to. And really quickly, the guys at the store were very impressed with some of the project that I was working on. And I remember one time I walked in there and I just had a technical question about some equipment. And they told me that every client that was coming in, they were showing my work to them as an example of what people could do with drones. And I was like, what is it that I'm doing differently? And their quote, and I will always remember that, they told me, they say, you're willing to sacrifice the drone for the quality of the shot. And I thought it was, one, true, but I thought it was very interesting to hear them talk that way. And so slowly, DJI Arizona and myself started talking about, would it be possible for me to do some classes to teach their new customers how to use the drone to achieve better results? And so I started by doing free classes in their stores, and we did that for about a year to kind of test the material, and we realized that this was something that had value. And so now, 2 years later, Flying with Camera is a workshop. It's a 2-day workshop where pilots or cinematographers can come in, and it's a hand-on workshop which doesn't exist anywhere else, where you do part classroom on learning the art of camera movement and cinematography, and then part of it we go outside, and DJI Arizona brings all the different drones, and people get to try all kind of different drones that you and I maybe can't even afford. And so it's kind of cool to go out there and fly a $15,000, $20,000 piece of equipment and just try some of the things we just learned in a classroom. So that's how it came about. Oh, that's good. If I could fly a drone anywhere in the world, probably the Grand Canyon. The one place close by that I can't fly it into.
I would agree.
Yeah, I think the Grand Canyon would just be, yeah, unbeatable.